It's an old state hospital, so you get to see some really weird stuff in here.
Judge Stephen Leifman is showing us around this abandoned psychiatric facility that used to house mentally ill people awaiting criminal charges.
Look, these are handmade guns and shanks.
Leifman presides over a special mental health court here in Miami. He says the current mental health system is inefficient and ineffective. Asylums have closed across America since the 1960s due to substandard conditions, but nothing has effectively replaced them. Today, hundreds of thousands of people suffering from mental illness cycle through the criminal justice system, costing taxpayers millions of dollars.
Well, Mr. Guthman, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
In a program closely watched across the U.S., Leifman has developed a new way to deal with mentally ill people in his jurisdiction. Rather than put them behind bars, this jail diversion program combines specialized policing and sentencing that prioritizes treatment for mental illness.
The program is not about never sending people to jail. You may have to suffer the consequences of your crime, but then we want to get you treated so that we could help you get into recovery and not come back. Ever had a situation where you might be feeling anxious or hearing voices or anything like that?
I used to take medication, but I just stopped taking it for a while.
Are you interested in getting some treatment now?
Leifman created the jail diversion program after a Harvard graduate whose growing mental illness cost him his medical career and family ended up in his courtroom, charged with possession of a stolen shopping cart.
I said, well, I just don't understand one thing. Why would a Harvard-educated doctor be homeless and recycling through the criminal justice system?
Psychiatric evaluations determined the man presented a danger to himself and others, yet Leifman had no legal authority to hospitalize him.
My only option was to release him back to the street. I was determined never, ever, ever to be in that position again.
The jail diversion program begins with policing. Specially trained officers like Marco Caceres are taught how to work with the mentally ill.
We ask them how they're feeling. Do you want to hurt yourself? Do you feel like killing yourself? Do you feel like killing somebody? You're taking that extra step of, instead of just grabbing him, handcuff him, throw him in your car, you actually, telling him it's going to be okay. It says third hand via Homestead Police. Threats to commit suicide via text approximately an hour ago. She texted a friend that she was feeling depressed and she was thinking thoughts, of hurting herself. So what we do now, we take her to Miami Crisis, which is our receiving facility. That depression kicked in today then? Yeah.
Am I gonna be waiting there for hours?
No.
No. I'm taking you. Just like last time. It's in and out.
Okay.
When I'm with you, we walk in.
Okay.
Okay? You don't have to wait like the rest of them people over there.
Okay.
This is a special circumstance.
All right.
Florida spends about $630 million to serve more than 500,000 people with serious mental illness. But a third of that money, $210 million, is spent on a much smaller group of about 3,000 people, just to try make them, quote, competent to stand trial.
In some ways, it meets the definition of insanity. We keep doing the same thing again and expecting different outcomes.
Leifman is now expanding the jail diversion program by converting this former mental hospital into a rehabilitation center for the mentally ill.
This will be the first of its kind in the country, a facility that will have all the essential services that people need for recovery in one place. So what we're going to do is we're going to tear down this fence. We're getting rid of all the barbed wire. It's no longer a jail. If I know that I could improve the public safety and save taxpayers money by doing it the right way, and I could help people get into recovery, I couldn't imagine not doing it given the privilege of the job that I have.